It's here. So, what could it be? Well, I know you're about to find out. So, I ordered this firearm damn near 2 years ago, and it's taken that long for it to get into production and actually released. So, we're going to take a little ride out to my friend's shop and show you what I picked up. Hey y'all, what's going on? So, it's been a couple days. I went and picked up something pretty special. You see me on the road there going to Shattuck's to pick that up. Shattuck's is just down the road if you guys are ever in the area in Michigan. It's just off from 66 and 96, Portland, Ionia area. Great bunch of guys. They actually were my FFL to have this shipped into. So what is the big deal, Chad? Well, I ordered this firearm right after I watched SHOT Show 22 on the internet, on the interwebs there, on YouTube, and I thought it was pretty cool. I tend to gravitate towards different kind of stuff, and yeah, this kind of piqued my interest, so I went ahead and put in a pre-order. Unfortunately, due to COVID and supply chain issues and all the other excuses, no fault to Zrodelta. They've been great through the whole process. It just took a little bit longer than any of us anticipated. So here's what I got. A Zrodelta 1 pistol. I bought the stone gray and the compact slide, and there's a whole story behind that, but I'm not going to bore you with those details right now. We're going to do a quick unboxing here in just a second and kind of go over it. But to qualify a couple things, so why did I purchase this gun? Anybody that knows me knows I am not exactly a Glock fanboy. Not a huge fan. I think they're a great gun. Lots of folks carry them, shoot them, compete with them. They're great. They always go bang. I don't like the grip angle. I don't like the trigger. That's my two biggest issues. The things I like about Glock is the amount of aftermarket that's available for a Glock. There's nothing that you can't imagine that somebody hasn't already made or is producing for the Glock. So with that in mind, I wanted to purchase a pistol and be able to utilize it through different classes for Steel Challenge. So this is going to be a Steel Challenge gun, guys. You know, you guys see me shoot rifles, occasionally my 22 pistol, my Buckmark that I built for Steel Challenge, but I wanted to get into something that, you know, center fire, 9mm basic gun. The idea is, what we're going to do is we're going to start off in production class. So no optics, anything else. We're going to shoot it pretty much stock. The good news is it's a Glock clone, so it takes all the same magazines that my PCC does. So already ahead of the game there. We're going to start off in production class, then we're going to move to carry optics, because the gun has been put on the production list for USPSA now, in the compact and duty sizes. We're going to run through carry optics. If limited optics becomes available to us, then we'll shoot that. And then at the end of the day, we're going to build this into an open gun eventually. So there's a lot to do with this gun. Let me switch up the camera a little bit and show you guys what we got. Alright, so here's what we got. Pretty plain Jane box. No big deal. My wife commented that your new gun came in a shoebox. That's okay though. There's a lot in here, so let's turn it around. You see here, there's the firearm, nice padded closed cell. Pull that out, and this is really what we're going to concentrate on. We're going to get that out of the way. So there's the firearm, and then there are all the goodies. And this is really the big thing that got me going in this direction. So let's separate the items here. Now this gun is clear. I'm going to go ahead and safety check it. Make sure you guys can see all that. Oh, there we go. She's clear, no mag, everything's good. So yeah, there is the Zrodelta, and this one is actually the compact. So just so you know, with Zrodelta and the way they market these, this is a Glock 19 size firearm. Okay, the duty is going to be a 17, and the race or competition version is actually going to be a 34 length. So what's cool about this is you can change out everything on this. Okay, I've already kind of played with it a little bit. I actually put the new magwell on that comes with the gun, so you have a few options here. Okay, so if you wanted to carry this or keep it in a Glock 19 style configuration, you would take this magwell off, you put this one on, and it'll accept 19 mags, no problem. This is the little bit larger one, and then obviously, you know, when we go full Monty here, we can install the flared magwell on here and go all out race. So that's pretty cool. I like that. The other things they did is they also included one magazine, which kind of sucks, but it's a PMag, so you know it's not like they're expensive. And again, I've already got a number of those for my PCC. So replaceable dust covers, right? So give you an example. Let's take this down real quick. Again, it's safe, so we're going to just takes down just like a Glock. If you look inside there, it's all Glock. Everything in here is supposed to be Gen 5 compatible. All right. The slide, very reminiscent. It is a steel guide rod. Yeah, captive guide rod. So that's all cool. So the idea was is sooner or later, depending on what we end up doing with this, we might, you know, when we go to the open class, we might want to go with a longer slide, or maybe we might want to do some different stuff. Okay, so let's set this aside. This is already set up. Now they have or will have plates available, but right now this is a direct mount for a excuse me, US Optics. And US Optics actually shares a footprint with the Venom from yeah, well, I'm gonna lost for words today. Sorry, guys. Vortex Venom, not the Viper, but the Venom will fit on here, and then obviously a number of other optics will fit on there as well. So that's cool. You do get to keep your rear sights. The sights are, you know, nothing fancy, just white dots, you know, low-ish profile. That's cool. The magazine obviously has been cut, lightened, ported, all the cool stuff. So if you wanted to do a different barrel with porting, you got some places to go there. It is a little bit lighter. Again, sorry, allergies kicking my butt. But yeah, the machining's great. You know, it's a quote-unquote Glock-ish weapon, so you know, don't be fooled. People got that figured out by now. So let's say we have it in the 19 configuration right now, but we're gonna build this into, a full-on race open gun. Well, there's a little lever in here. Pull up and forward on that. That comes off. This will snap right in. Lock it back into place. Yeah, that's good and sturdy. I'm really impressed with how well the pieces and parts actually lock back into place in the security. Well, yeah, I say that and then I go and bust it right in front of you. Anyway, I'm not using a tool right now and I should be. That's okay. That's all right. We'll let it slide. All right, so now we're in 34 length. I just so happen to have a Glock 34 Gen 5 upper here today. My next door neighbor, my buddy, happens to have a 34. We're going to be putting a trigger in it pretty soon. And uh-oh, I see the first issue. All right, well, that's not that big an issue. I can see what's going on, though. So if you look here, yeah, I think you can see it right there. The extractor is hitting right there on the rear cover. So, and I mean, it's just a, if I wanted to force it, I probably could, but I'm not gonna. But theory is this will slide right on, which that theory has now been blown out of the water, but you get the idea. You could put a 34 slide on there, just a tiny bit of modification to this rear cover. I'm not going to do that to my buddy's gun. I'm sure he'd be all right with it, but no, not me. Anyway, so that's the idea. As we change in competition, as we get into different classes, as we do different things with this pistol, we have the ability to change out these bits and pieces and parts and make it more comfortable, or change the sight picture, or you know, all those wonderful things that we all like to tinker with and do, which again was part of the reason why I chose to go with this firearm, because of that unique feature. The back straps and front straps are completely interchangeable. So in this case, if you like your Glocks and you like the way they feel in your hand, well, then there's a traditional, you know, humpback wood beaver tail. You can do that. If you desire to have finger grooves on the front strap, that's great. There's your finger grooved straps. You can slide that right in. All you need to do is remove this screw from the back. That's a long screw. There you go. And take that one off. First one. There's the new one. And voila, now you have finger grooves, if that's what you want. I don't really like the finger grooves. This is more my style, to tell you the truth. So that's what I'm going to stick with. You know, again, you can put on the super cool race if you want. You can put on the more stealthy carry available magwell like Zoe. For what I'm going to be doing and what I want to do, I'm going to stick with the 17 length. Fits my hand better. And that's the great thing about this firearm, is you can do that. You can change it to whatever you want. So, having said all that, yeah, it's exactly what I ordered. Pros, flexibility. You know, besides being able to take any Glock 5 accessory, which I know there isn't as many as the Gen Force 3s, etc., out there right now. There are still a lot, and there's more coming. So that was part of the enticement, if you will, for me, was to be able to do that. So, cool little gun. Fit and finish, not bad. So, you know, I give them their kudos. It's exactly what they advertised. Now the bads. So not really a negative for me, because I'm going to be changing a lot of stuff on this. Let's start off with the stippling. Sucks. I mean, it's adequate for a carry. It's adequate to go out and shoot a few rounds for. Yeah, but not super aggressive. Basically what we're going to be doing with this is we are going to take our Dremel, we're going to flatten all this out, smooth it all out, and then we're actually going to silicone carbide this and change it up. What else? The trigger. Well, I can't really complain. Again, this gun's clear. We're good there. I can't really complain too much because it's a Glock trigger. So if you see, you know, the usual mush, a little harder mush, a little harder mush. Oh, it feels like there's a wall, kind of, sort of, and oh, there it goes. Reset. Yeah, right there. You've seen the slide move forward and back again. So, you know, I'm, yeah, it's a Glock. So you guys are already familiar with that. It's a, you know, right now it's in a duty format. So I'm sure that 99.99% of the folks out there would be perfectly happy with that. And quite frankly, for a duty trigger, yeah, works great. So the slide finish I really like. Haven't gotten any rounds down range with this yet. We're gonna go out and do that a little bit, but other than that, I was a little worried about that slide being slippery, but those are very sharp cuts. They're easy to grip, so I am not concerned with that at all. I like it. I like the cuts. You know, aesthetically, it's very pleasing. It does have the undercut shelf, place to put your front finger if that's the way you so choose to shoot. But so far, yeah, very happy. One goofy thing that I was not prepared for. Let me see if I got something to compare it to here. So this is a 34. I don't know if you can tell from that picture. I might have to pull out my calipers. This Zrodelta is thicker. She's thick. You know, obviously we got a little difference here with the grip angles. I went with the flatter backstrap with beaver tail. I just like it better. I don't like the lean forward, the different grip angle here. But that's me. You might appreciate this, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But obviously, you can see, you know, again, even overlaying them, she's thick. Honestly, this feels more like. Well, hold on. I'll show you. Okay. You guys have seen this before. One of my favorite guns. This is an FNX 45, and this is thick. I mean, this is a big girl. I got larger, I don't want to say huge hands, but FNX Zrodelta. Yeah, it's pretty close. It's actually a little bit deeper this way. So, I guess what I'm saying, if you have smaller hands, you're either going to want to stick with the original Glock style grip, you know, the humpback here, where it's a little bit, it's going to be slightly narrower up at the top. But if you have smaller-ish hands, this is going to feel like a handful. This is a double stack 45. This is a double stack 9mm. Yeah. I mean, honestly, Yeah, it's a handful. Yeah, okay. I mean, I like it. I don't think it's going to be an issue, especially after we go through and knock everything down a little bit with the Dremel and make room for the silicon carbide. I think it's going to be just fine. So that's a knock. The trigger's a knock. I don't want to say the grip size is a knock. It just depends on what size hands you have and you know what you're comfortable with. You like big meat? Hey, there you go. No problem. If you don't, use the other grip. And there is a tremendous amount of plastic in there. I don't know if you can see how thick those walls are. And, you know, we're going to take a little bit of that down when we go to put silicon carbide in. So trigger, grip size, that's about it. Other than that, it is as prescribed. I mean, I am definitely looking forward to, yeah, that trigger really bothers me a lot right now. And I can understand for a carry weapon, that's probably acceptable, especially if you're used to a Glock. I'm not, so I don't know. ambi slide lock, dingus safety trigger, you know, outlet clock. So yeah, I'm digging it. We're gonna go out and put some rounds through it, make sure that everything functions okay. So moving forward, what are some things we're gonna do? Well, first and foremost, we're gonna do clock performance trigger Gen 5. So this is supposed to go right in, because this is supposed to accept Gen 5 Glock parts. So we're gonna do that. What else? Oh, okay. We're gonna do a mass driver, and we are gonna try out Strike Industries mass driver on this firearm. See how we like it. I was really impressed with all the reviews online with this. Now, obviously, this is gonna, you know, make it so it's not legal for production or carry optics. But when we get to the point, we'll do some testing with it anyways in the backyard. When we get to open, hopefully this is really gonna make a difference. Also, when we get to open, now again, this is already milled for a sight. You can put your red dot optic on there, and that's awesome. And I'm really looking forward to carry optics. But when we switch to open, we have a Carver Customs sight bridge for this. This is for the Glock. We'll see if this is going to fit or not. It might take a little modification, no big deal. It's aluminum. But we'll put this on with a nice red dot when we get to open class, and see how that functions. So yeah, guys, I haven't seen a whole lot of information out there yet on these. The fire control groups have been available for a little while. The compacts are shipping. Obviously, I got mine. Next up will be duty, and then after that, the race model. So, there you go. That is the Zrodelta 1 in a nutshell. Pretty cool gun. Can't wait to shoot it some more. We'll get you guys some range time, show you how everything functions. I'm sure it's, you know, it's going to function just fine. I'm not worried about that. But we'll keep you guys up to speed. If there's something specifically you want to see or need to know, or you've been waiting for your Zrodelta, by all means, feel free, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. If you got any questions, there's something that we should try with it. That's the whole purpose behind this gun. It was bought for the channel to try out a few different things, do some different stuff, and because it hasn't gotten a whole lot of press just yet due to the fact that it's not readily available. I will say this gun was $5.99 on pre-order. They are still catching up with orders right now, but I think if you jumped in there, you would still be able to get yourself one. But yeah, thanks guys, appreciate it. And yeah, Zrodelta, the one. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed. Before we go, let's just check out the trigger. So we're going to kind of have to make sure the dingus is pushed down. We're going to try and push straight back as best we can. Whew. All right, that is 6 pounds. Let's try one more time for Ganagles, which, you know, for a duty pistol or concealed carry, I mean, that's all right. We're gonna get down there as far as we can. There we go. All right, here we go. Okay, yeah, right at 6 pounds. I will say this, it is predictable. So, oh, that's something. All right, guys, yeah, hope you enjoyed. If there's something else you want me to check out, or there's something else we need to do through this process, I'd love to hear from you, okay? All right, guys, take care.